I first heard of the Place Standard project through our Executive Manager Planning Services. He's on the Heads of Planning Scotland, and I think quite quickly in Shetland we realised it was a tool that could actually be used at a community level rather than to focus on a project. We often find it difficult to engage communities in a meaningful way on strategic issues. The tool was useful in getting a much bigger, a higher level of community engagement than we would normally achieve.
The essential thing that we did differently with the Place Standard tool itself was that the original design was for a single online use effectively. We wanted to use the tool across the whole community, and rather than focusing on an individual planning proposal or an improvement proposal, we wanted to focus on its well-being and quality of life aspects. In order to achieve that community-wide result that we wanted, we needed to change the tool so that it actually produced some digital output that we could make use of. So we also needed to add something, because once we ported it online, we needed to know who'd responded. We decided quite early on that we didn't need to know personal details, but if we were going to use the output in any meaningful way relating to the place the person came from, we clearly needed to know where they were and what place they were talking about. So we departed from the tool in that we added a question on the top 3 priorities for respondents in terms of what they wanted to be improved first.
The consultation response turned out to be much more wide-reaching than we had ever hoped for, and it generated a significant amount of data. With over 900 responses came also 4,850 individual comments. And we were very conscious that the analysis of what people had said needed to be done systematically, and it needed to be objective, and it also needed to be well structured, and we felt we owed it to the community to ensure that we represented the views that they'd expressed to us. The quantitative data was probably the easy bit in terms of analysis, because the Place Standard tool provides a spider diagram, and we used those, but when we looked at it we felt that our data required a little bit more. We felt we had a slightly richer picture than just the simple average, so we built up a spider diagram for each locality as well as the Shetland average, and then could kind of compare and contrast those. What we now have is a very rich evidence base and an extensive data set which underpins that. And we know that that's come from the communities themselves, and it's of value to a wide range of stakeholders, both in terms of confirming what's working well and identifying what needs to be protected, but also in terms of signposting where things can be improved in the future.
As a community council, it's important that we communicate and get feedback for the communities we represent. Mostly this is done first hand by meeting people in the community and hearing their concerns. Community council was happy to take part in it. The online element of it let us interact and communicate with younger people in the community, and also with people new to the area. The results for the project have been useful. They've highlighted some issues that we maybe have overlooked in the past. I think we've got a more rounded view of the community that we represent.
The project was, I would say, very successful in getting, firstly, a good level of public engagement. I would say we got a lot more information from this project than we would normally get from other means of community engagement, such as setting up engagement sessions in community halls and asking people along to have conversations. We got a huge amount of evidence that is being, I would say, very well used by all of the community planning partners in Shetland.